Hey everybody, it's Debbie with the Question Queens, and I wanted to check out some Ben Shapiro. He is the master, I almost said master debater. He is the master debater. It just sounds really wrong to say that. Okay. I'm pulling I need to go to church. It just didn't sound right to say that like that. Anyway, goodness. Okay. I have got one of the things I don't kind of understand is, you all might, but what does being woke mean? Do y'all know? Yeah, there's your Southern word of the day. Y'all. Do y'all know? Do you notice how that sounds like all one word? Do y'all know? That's what we do. I do that. And okay, I'll tell you this. So just sound out the word J-E-E-T. Okay, this spells Jeet. So what we say in the South is, did you eat Jeet? I know. I get issues written all over that. Yeah. Well, anyway. All right. Let's get to this video. Apparently the guy says, F you, I'm talking. I'm not sure what happens, but that's the title of the video is F you, I'm talking. Student loses it while debating Ben Shapiro. Shocker. Shocker. All right. Let's find out what happens.
Before I ask my question, so do you come from Holocaust survivors, or are you a Jewish family that didn't?
So my great-great-grandparents arrived here. A lot of our extended family was killed in the Holocaust, but our immediate
your
family...
Your great-great-grandparents, but not your grandparents.
Right.
Oh, do you have friends whose grandparents were Holocaust survivors or anything like that?
Of course, many of them. Yeah, I've helped write memoirs of Holocaust
survivors.
Yeah.
Their families are kind of messed up, right? My family is very messed up.
I mean, if you go through a trauma like the Holocaust, I would imagine
they teach that trauma between generations. You know what I mean?
Well, trauma very often in a lot of circumstances is passed down. I know some kids of Holocaust survivors who turned out fantastic and some who didn't.
Yeah. Okay, so you are officially woke. That is what wokeness is about. It's like, people's grandparents or their great-grandparents were slaves.
That's okay.
Fuck you, I'm talking.
Guys, I actually want to hear. I want to hear.
No,
it's okay. I want to hear. Let's at least hear the argument. Let's.
Oh, if you have grandparents in the Holocaust, then that means and you know it. That means you're woke. I'm not so sure that that's the case. I don't think so.
I want to hear. It's okay. I want to hear. Let's at least hear the argument. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Go.
What? He wants to hear me.
I do want to hear it. It's fine. Let him go. Let's hear it.
Come on. I'll just.
Explain how that's woke.
So, the whole thing is like, let's see. So during Silent Calvin Coolidge's administration, do you know about the Great Mississippi Flood back in the 1930s?
I understand that American history is filled with racial evil.
Yeah. And that causes some intergenerational trauma, which affects people's ability to be effective, things like that.
Fine. So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Why? So if the idea is that history has consequences, of course that's true. That's not wokeness.
Yeah.
That is not wokeness. What wokeness suggests is that fundamental institutions in American society
are so... No, it doesn't.
Yes, it 100%.
Hold on. Because Ben Shapiro talks like he's rapping. Can you imagine if Ben Shapiro ever rapped? If he ever did a rap song? He might actually beat Eminem. He might. Man, that would be fun to find out.
Yeah.
Why? So if the idea is that history has consequences, of course that's true. That's not wokeness.
Yeah.
That is not wokeness. What wokeness suggests is that fundamental institutions in American society
are so... No, it doesn't.
Yes, it 100%
I ran Elizabeth Warren's campaign. I helped organize her volunteers around here.
Oh my God.
I am a representative of wokeness.
Okay, well,
and that's just, this is all it is.
Well,
So if you run Elizabeth Warren's campaign, that means you're woke. Wake up. Go run her. No, yeah. Okay.
Of wokeness.
Okay. Well,
And that's just, this is all it is.
Well,
like,
you know,
when I went to go get my first tattoo, the guy had lightning bolts and 88s tattooed on his neck. And as a Jewish person, that's really messed up. It's basically a threat.
There are racist people who exist.
Hold up. What does that mean? Lightning bolts and 88s. Apparently I'm under the non-lightning bolt rock too, because I don't know what that means. What does that mean? You know what that means? Leave me a comment so I'll know what that means.
That's really messed up. It's basically a threat.
There are racist people who exist. The argument that you're making, and I'm going to close with this because this is going in weird directions, and I don't really want to.
No, it's not
I don't really want to get. Just hold up a second. I let you get out your arguments, and now it's time for me to respond. Because I let you say the full
Okay,
argument.
I'll let you respond, but
No, not but. Now's my turn.
You are not characterizing what I'm saying accurately.
Now it's my turn. Your definition is inaccurate. The reason your definition is inaccurate is because any sentient human being would acknowledge that history has consequences.
Right.
But if the idea is, but that's not what wokeism is. Wokeism is a different thing. Wokeism suggests that all inequalities of today are attributable to not only historic injustices, but also continuing injustices in the now, and that all disparity is attributable to discrimination.
Like that, but a conservative.
Not just that.
Oh my gosh, I cannot hear the guy. I can't hear Ben because the guy won't shut up for a second.
Now, and that all disparity is attributable to discrimination.
Like that, but a
not just that.
A conservative is the only person.
Not just so annoying.
Why is it that conservatives are the only people who define it like that? Why are conservatives the only people?
Okay, so we're gonna have to stop here because this is going nowhere. But
what's up?
I'm gonna have to stop with you because this is going nowhere. All I'm going to say is this.
No, I just am trying to understand your perspective. Just one more second. On a fundamental level, you're shifting definitions to avoid the consequences of your own argument. And if the idea is, final point.
He did not just say that. This is not free speech. Dude, your turn's over. OMG. OMG. My goodness gracious.
And final point. If you are going to, hold on. If you are also.
Dude, you are not the one giving the talk. Oh my gosh. That's what I define wokeness as. Are people like that? It's my turn, and I get to do whatever I want. And if you don't let me do whatever I want, then you're offensive. And if you disagree with me on whatever I want to do, you're offensive. And you're wrong, and you should die. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't go that far.
And final point. If you are going to, hold on. If you are also.
Oh my God.
Also. Just final point to sum up there.
I don't blame him. I would applaud too.
Final point to sum up.
I can follow that.
Yeah, I just want to make, honestly, I want to make one final point to sum up there. If the idea is that traumas of the past invariably bleed down into the present, that does not explain why certain groups that have been historically not only marginalized but slaughtered in mass genocide are some of the most successful groups in our society. So if the idea is... If the idea is that past trauma always equals current inequality, or that my actions in, say, robbing a convenience store are attributable to bad actions that happened in Alabama in 1930, the answer to that is no. Don't rob the convenience store. The only way that you're going to be able to break the chain of history is to make good...
Oh my gosh. So if I go rob a convenience store and I blame it on 1930, yeah, no. My answer is no. Oh my gosh, I gotta hear that again. That was hilarious.
Attributable to bad actions that happened in Alabama in 1930, the answer to that is no. Don't rob the convenience store. The only way that you're going to be able to break the chain of history is to make good decisions. What people on the left don't like to talk about is actual solutions. What they like to do is bitch about problems that existed 60 years ago and blame those for failures to solve them now.
That's it. That's it. Oh my gosh. Okay, Well, hopefully that explains what being woke is. So if you blame all your bad decisions and any inequality that you feel, not that actually exists, that you feel exist on past history, that's woke. Well, I'm sneezing. I'm going to sleep at the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. OMG. And that guy was freaking annoying. I can't handle people like that. This is not free speech. This is censorship. Oh my gosh. Grow up and grow a pair. All right. Well, anyway. Yeah, I know. That was a little extreme. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I did. I think Ben Shapiro's crazy. Now, back to the whole rapping thing. If he rapped, can you imagine? Because he talks so freaking fast anyway. Can't even imagine. Of course, I really can't imagine actually hearing him sing either. So, I don't know. He might surprise us. Maybe Ben Shapiro can rap. All right. Well, that's the video. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you guys really soon. Bye.